What's approaching the supreme moment? Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead.
What's good? Let's test out the free-to-play LR Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 on Super Battle Road. Now I'm going to go with the type specific, so it'll be a super physical team against the extreme intelligence setup for various reasons. Number one, I don't have the super physical Super Vegito, which is the Majin Buu Saga category lead, so can't really run that category specific battle road without that unit. Number two, I think for most cases this unit would kind of come in handy for the non-whales, so for those that are still struggling to beat the battle road stages, this unit could provide some help with that. Now looking back on this in hindsight, there's certainly an option to run this unit like as a floater, basically third slot every time. That way, each of the units within separate rotations kind of get the benefit of the passive skill increase of +4 key and defensive 50% increase, and then enemy extreme type enemies defense drop at 70%. To give everybody that boost. However, it's kind of a double-edged sword because you're missing out on the 30% increase attack for super type allies as part of the 18 key super. But realistically speaking, getting the 18 key super is a little bit difficult with this particular unit, especially in the super battle road stages for a number of reasons. Number one, the lean skills are pretty, I wouldn't say horrendous, but they're not great. I mean, you're looking at Hero Justice, Patrol, Signature Pose, and Infighter, I guess, could somewhat be counted in, but those links are typically not really common with the more powerful units that you're going to need to bring on Battle Road stages. So, the chances of getting an 18 key super is going to be a little bit limited with this unit. So I guess it could be okay just keeping this unit on rotation as a floater. For this video, for my testing, I just kind of paired the unit up with LR Trunks because of, Legendary Power obviously provides that 5,000 increase to attack for both of the units when super attack is launched, and then, the LR Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 would provide that 30% increase to, super type allies toward attack, so I figured that would benefit LR Trunks too, so as well as the unit in the third slot. I kind of sped this up a little bit just to not drag this video out too much, but the other fact is, for this video, the reason why you're not seeing such a high damage output with the LR, free-to-play LR Great Saiyaman unit is because I'm running the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks lead as myself, and then my friend is the LR Gogeta, so Gogeta only provides 90% towards super physical types or physical type units, so you're not really seeing the full benefit of the the leader skill kick in for the Saiyaman unit, but it's more or less more balanced when it comes to super battle road stages. I mean, you got to think about the overall synergy of the team and not necessarily just bringing the best most powerful units. I mean, they have to link relatively well. Personally, I wanted to test out and see how beneficial it would be to include the LR Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 just to see how that key boost and defense increase toward allies, and then also the extreme type enemies defense drop at 70% would help, and it certainly seems to help out a little bit. Now, you're not looking for this unit to be the powerhouse or heavy hitter of the team for the battle road stage. This is more or less a support unit strictly. You're not going to rely too much on the power hitting mechanism of the unit, more or less as a support type with the passive as well as the super attack, increasing attack, and also the 12 key super attack will seal the SA, so that's another benefit of bringing this unit as well. So I mean, like I said, more or less this is just to see the feasibility of including that particular unit on a super physical type team, given that I've got a decent amount of super phys type units, so it was a little bit hard to figure out which one to take out. Unfortunately, I had to leave out the Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan unit that's that has a very good passive skill himself with the 35% increase to attack and defense, but I wanted to keep in units like the Super Saiyan Gotenks that can seal the SA and they're also heavy hitters to an extent. Berserker Kill, I finally got her to rainbow status, so definitely want to include her on there because she could super attack up to 3 times in a row. So, Vegito Blue, obviously, with the counter mechanisms and multiple additional attacks with the possibility of super is definitely worthwhile to include. So, it's definitely debatable how you want to run this unit on the team. I mean, like I said, I included these guys like on the first slot or second slot, depending on how the rotation was, just to help out the other units. But in most cases, it's not gonna. I had a hard time getting the 18 key super, so it didn't really benefit the overall team itself. But that's certainly a possibility. Again, the other option is to run the unit as a floater and just make sure all the units benefit from that passive skill increase or passive skill itself. The only issue with that too is you're not going to see the unit come around as often if it's strictly a floating unit. It's going to be like every 3 turns that unit's going to show up versus every other. So that's another drawback with that. But again, more or less, I wanted to kind of test this unit out and see how it is since Super Battle Road's finally back around since it is a weekend. So that's kind of the point of the video, and I'm sure everybody's finished the grind or currently going through the grind with the free-to-play LR unit. So like I said, I just wanted to test this out and see how it was for myself. I do like Berserker Kill a lot. She's a very good unit, especially at Rainbow status. Definitely hits very hard, and one of the great units within the type. I mean, if anything, the LR Great Saiyaman unit does help with sealing the SA. That's definitely beneficial on Super Battle Road, so that definitely does help out. And then, the other part is obviously the passive, where your super type allies are definitely seeing a boost with the key, and defense increase, as well as the enemy's defense dropping by 70%. I mean, those aren't pennies we're talking about. That's a pretty substantial decrease toward defense. So I mean, that definitely does help. And like, I didn't even run this the best way possible, and it's not even like the best team setup, but I didn't show it in the video, but I was able to actually get a best score within this stage, so that was a little bit surprising. I didn't think it was running that well or running that smoothly, but I guess it kind of was. And so with that regard, I guess it is beneficial to include this unit on a super physical team, or even the category stage for Majin Buu Saga within the Super Battle Road. That could be beneficial as well. Now, I went ahead and just let the LR Great Saiyaman unit get the Dokkan mode, even though it's they don't have the 18 key super, and it's really just a 12 key. But yeah, I mean, this is more or less a video to test out these this particular unit. So I don't mind that. Ideally, you want to put LR Trunks, obviously, or another powerful unit like that to get the Dokkan mode. But for this video, like I said, we'll just allow the Great Saiyaman unit to get it. So I guess the other question is, did you guys actually go through the full farming process and make 2 sets and saved your Kais, or did you take the shortcut method and actually fed 10 of the Elder Kais or Grand Kais after you got the unit to SA level 10? Definitely let me know. I'd be curious to see how everybody approached it. I went ahead and did it the proper way, I guess, and just made 2 sets. I mean, it definitely took a little bit more time, but it's hard to it's hard to justify using Kais when you got the possibility to essentially get it 100% without them. And granted, this was definitely easier than the LR Goku metal grind back in the day, substantially easier. So I didn't mind doing that. So again, this damage output is definitely less because of the links as well as the leader skill and all that factor in. So don't let this video justify how high the damage potential is for this particular unit, because it's not. Like I said, I ran the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks as well as the LR Gogeta unit as a friend, and then didn't really include units that had the link skills that the Great Saiyaman unit has, like Hero Justice and whatnot, like Signature Pose and Patrol. So yeah, I mean, just keep that in mind when you know, evaluating the video, I guess. But certainly appreciate you watching, and you know, check out the next one next time. All right, see ya.